The Minister of Defense, Mohammed Badaru Abubakar, has urged Nigerian Air Force to intensify efforts to dominate the airspace and combat insecurity in Nigeria, particularly in the northwest region. During a visit to the headquarters 213 NAF Forward Operating Base in Katsina State, he stressed the urgency of the situation, saying, "Please end insecurity now." Abubakar announced plans to deploy additional resources, including attack helicopters and drones, to enhance the military's capabilities in tackling banditry and terrorism. He reassured the forces that the president is supportive of their progress and committed to providing necessary equipment and welfare support. In his address to senior officers at the forward operating bases in Zomi and Gobi Baure, the minister commended the military personnel for their renewed efforts in addressing insecurity. Abubakar also acknowledged the cooperation of the Zamfara and Katsina state governments in the fight against insecurity, highlighting a recent meeting with their governors and the National Security Advisor to strategize on enhancing security measures in the region. This is a story talking about the statement by the defense minister to the military. They said, according to him, end insecurity now. That's his statement. But then when we talk about insecurity in Nigeria, how well would you say we are doing at the moment with all of the measures that are being put in place? Over and over again, we've heard stories about drones being put out there and some measures that are put out there either by the military or other parastatals of security agencies in Nigeria. How well would you say we are? Are we making progress with fighting insecurity?
Well, I think we've not garnered enough knowledge digitally if it in the area of security. You know, I was in Lagos then when Bill Clinton visited Nigeria. Do you know that before Bill Clinton was here in Nigeria, a drone had shipped in the Russian KGB and the US Army into Nigeria. That was geared towards safeguarding a single individual. Do you know why? Because American government will do everything beyond its width to make sure they safeguard an American. And American life means so much to them. Look at Nigeria here. People die in hundreds on daily basis, accounted and unaccounted for. The only thing our government and its policies will do or say is we condemn this. Now, talking about insecurity in retrospect, I don't think we've done enough to cover our airspace. They've done little or nothing over time, because when you look at the issue of insecurity, it has to do with both land, air, and water. Now, you are appointing a military chief on what base? Because I believe there are always interviews. Like before these military chiefs were employed, they went through National Assembly and they were asked, what question do you even ask them before giving them their appointment? The American president or government has the drive to hire and what? Fire. Do you know how many times they've changed the UK Prime Minister? If you can't keep your within hours, they relieve you of your duty. But here in Nigeria, you are seeing that these heads of military can't even fight insurgents, and you keep putting them there. We keep hearing of Sambisa every now and then. Boko Haram will take
Is it a case of military not being able to fight?
They are not proactive in any way. They are not being proactive enough.
Okay, thank you very much, Alfred. Let's get your thoughts on this one. How well would you say we have fought, we have succeeded in the fight against insecurity in Nigeria? Kenneth?
I really think we haven't really, given with the statistics, with what we have on ground, they'll tell you that we have not been hearing about the insurgency so much as we have in the previous government, in Northeast, and North Central and all that, the Boko Haram, the bombings and all that, and kidnapping. It's just the issue of kidnapping is what has come up, but it's not that rampant that we normally used to have it. But finding a lasting solution to this thing, I want to come from the angle of human development. The citizens need to feel safe and having security around them. You might have all the whole security around you, you might not still feel safe. Yes. So it boils down to not just bringing security operatives that are this, that are that. No, let's start making security our personal issue. Let it be something that concerns everybody. Let everybody's hands be on deck to ensure everyone is safe. Let us be our brother's keeper. Let us look out for people. Let us love one another. So these soft skills, these character, behavior, behavioral patterns would ensure safety of one another. So this insecurity boils down to somebody carelessly forgets his or her items in a place. Barely 2 minutes to coming back there, the person cannot find it.
It's gone.
So what happened? It is gone. So what happened? Was it a stolen at gunpoint, or were there Boko Haram that came there to do? So it starts from the home. It starts from the upbringing. So let's look at the women, the gender affairs, what's it called? There's a Ministry of Human Capital Development here that can actually do more of enlightenment. Let's start sharing this. Let's start dealing with this issue of insecurity, because the issue of insecurity cannot be dealt alone by the security operatives.
Thank you.
Because before security operatives might even come to the scene of something, they have done what they are doing and they are gone.
All right.
So let us a civic responsibility, a social behavior, our social responsibility that we owe to ensure that everyone is safe.
Thank you, Kenneth.
Yes, that is. That's fine.
All right.